Hi superstars, this is the Star Warrior horse here. Today, I am filming my BreyerFest 2025 haul. Apology number 1, I'm sorry for getting this video out so late. As of the time that I'm recording this, I just came back from my BreyerFest trip, only it wasn't just a trip to BreyerFest, it was also a trip to visit family out east. Between visiting family and going to BreyerFest, I had a splendid time. The fun isn't over, however, as I am excited to have my model horses back home with me. So what am I waiting for? Let's dive in. Over here are some pony pouches that I got. I would have preferred to have spent my money solely on model horses and BreyerFest merchandise. However, I was in desperate need of pony pouches. Thankfully, the person who was selling these pony pouches gave them to me at a discount because I bought 4. These are really nice fabrics. Apology number 2, I'm sorry if my hands look ugly. I went from insufferably humid weather to insufferably dry weather. I traded heat rash for dry, scabby skin. No fun. Either way, can't win. Over here is my VIP swag. This here is a cooler backpack. This awesome cup.
Bruh.
A little freezer pack thingy that you're supposed to wrap around a beverage of some sort. An Andalusian stallion keychain. Some pins. This pin is analogous to the Let's Get This Party Started special run variation, which is pretty awesome. Got some sexy sunglasses right there. And of course, stickers. I also got some sweet giveaway goodies. I can't believe all the awesome stuff I got. It's just terrific. Naturally, I got some business cards from various model horse artists. Here's one by Chicane Equine Art. Studio Longmai. I apologize if I'm butchering these names. I'm trying so hard to pronounce them correctly. Allison Randomski. She's a freelance filmmaker and was doing filming at the BreyerFest Open Show. Nightwind Customs. And Haley Kelly of Mitten Lake Studio. I also got more stickers. I'm legit so surprised by all these freebies. This one was by Morgan Mare Studios. Here's one by DJB Studios. Another awesome person gave me this sticker here. And another cool collector gave me this one. How awesome is that? Over here are a couple of magnets. This is a Cheers to 75 Years BreyerFest magnet. And a Cloud Foundation magnet given to me by the Cloud Foundation with Cloud on it. Gotta love them Mustangs. Here are some pins. This one was given to me by an employee at the Embassy Suites. I happened to bump into Infinity Breyers while attending a BreyerFest workshop and she gave this one to me. This isn't necessarily a sticker, but it's kind of like a hoof print autograph of Sheba. Sheba is that dancing Pam mare at the BreyerFest party. The person who owns her was full of such positive energy at the BreyerFest party at the Clarion. Super awesome. These were autograph cards given to me by owners of the guest horses. Here's one of Athenian Lady given to me by Amanda Delgado. She's amazing, by the way. Here's one of Bow and Arrow and his talented owner. And of course, here's one of Oliver given to me by his owner, Captain Rakes. To my surprise and delight, a few people were giving out 3D printed toys. Look at this cute little 3D printed golden kitten. I got him at the open show. He was the only one in gold and I just thought he was downright adorable. And I got this one at the Breyer birthday bash party at the Clarion. This was an autographed photo of some handsome actor, I guess. From what I heard, he was an actor in the Longmire series on Netflix. I haven't watched it, I've only heard about it. Do not know his name for the life of me. I'll have to look it up. This was given to me by one of the volunteers at the Cloud Foundation. This was a spectacular wristband given to me by one of the people showing at the BreyerFest Open Show. Here's the other side. Her name was Liz and she was delightful. This is what it reads on the inside. Till we meet again. I was amazed by the generous spirit demonstrated by many of the BreyerFest attendees this year. That said, I feel kind of bad as I came unprepared. Therefore, I vow that no matter how small or simple, I'm going to try to find something to give away the next chance I get to go to BreyerFest. Generosity is the gift that keeps on giving, and kudos to those who took the initiative and did this. Over here is a model horse blanket that I won in a little fun contest at the BreyerFest open show. Showers had to guess how many model horses were being shown at the open show. I believe the top 10 people who guessed the closest number of model horses at the open show won a little something. And I won this blanket. I won this amazing micro mini resin at the social media meet. However, I am extremely devastated by something. Even though I kept this model stored in his pony pouch, I did not place the pony pouch in a secure location originally. I had intended to place the pony pouch in a more secure location, but by the time I remembered where the pony pouch was, the damage was already done. Unfortunately, his tail broke, so I will have to pay to get him replaced at some point. I don't know when that will be because shipping is expensive and so are repairs. Then again, he is worth it, and hopefully he'll be in tip-top shape and ready to be back in the show ring. He also came with a cute little base and peg to hold him up. Here's my other BreyerFest merchandise. So a quick little story on this notebook. I was going to see Amanda Delgado and Athenian Lady. However, when I was standing in line to get an autograph with Amanda Delgado, I realized that I had nothing for her to autograph aside from a cruddy map. I thought to myself, I want her to autograph something memorable instead of a crumped up old map. Therefore, I quickly ran to the BreyerFest store in hopes that I could buy something for her to autograph in time before the autograph session would end. I stumbled across this notebook. It was only $10 and smaller and more convenient than an autograph model, so I bought it. I got her autograph here and bow and arrow and his owner. I apologize if I'm not reading the autograph correctly. I'm not sure if that's Triol Bauman, but shout out to the both of you. You're awesome. I also got autographs at the social media meet by Morgan Mare Studios, Phoebe or Little Body Big Collection, Sarah aka Horse Girl 474. I believe this may be TS Treasure Toys. I apologize if I'm getting that incorrect. Breyer Ozzy Lewis and Stella. Snoopy is my horse and landlord, aka her epic boyfriend. Fox Glory, Tiger Eyes Films, and Oliver and his owner, Captain Rakes. Thank you all so very much for filling out my autograph book and making my BreyerFest all the more memorable. Later on, I got this pen from the Cloud Foundation. I just could not pass up the opportunity to get this Cheers to 75 Years mug. I could definitely see it becoming a collector's item down the road, and it's an amazing handmade item. Inside we have none other than Party Pal. He is the yellow pom-pom variation. He's got 2025 on one hoof and 95 out of 1950 on the other. He's super cute. Now on to my BreyerFest ponies. Over here we have the Best of BreyerFest Series 6 set, I believe. So far I have all but the first set, and I definitely would like to get the first set at some point. I plan on getting them in person the next time I go to BreyerFest, but I honestly don't know when that could be. Over here are the event stablemates, which I'm super hyped about. If my memory serves me correctly, I believe the Indian pony is Mimosa. I believe this Appaloosa one is Bellini, and this is one of the models I was the most excited about. Those are the most realistic Appaloosa spots I have seen on a Breyer stablemate in quite some time. I think this glossy bay is Canva. There's something about gloss that just works wonders for bays. And I believe this big chunky boy is Prosecco. He isn't a flat black either. He's almost like a black kind of going gray. And his Appaloosa spots give him some added charm. On to my traditional models. Here is Tight Lines or Fish. This one here has pretty good shading in my opinion. I also love the blanket that was included with him, although I'll try to take it off pretty quickly so you can better appreciate his shading. This one here had rather large spots compared to some of the other models, and I also thought that his shading was ever so slightly deeper than some of the other Tight Lines models that I've seen. Here is Hats Off to You. There is something extremely amusing and entertaining about a horse wearing a hat. He may not be a top tier breed halter model, but I just had to add him to my collection because he's just too cute. And if you lift the hat up a little bit, you may notice that his star looks like a 7 and his snip looks like a 5 to commemorate Breyer's 75 years as a company. And of course he has a party hat to celebrate Breyer's 75th birthday. Over here we have my major model horse weakness. Mustangs, a Marin full set, and a glossy bay. Good times and great friends. Here's the foal. Unfortunately, the foal is pretty flawed, but at least his mom is in good condition. I feared that if I opted for a replacement, I could have been gambling with the chance that both of the models would have been in worse condition than these two. The way I saw it, it is better for one model to be in good condition than to risk both of them being in terrible condition. Here's Mama over here. I get it, Breyer regurgitates glossy bay models to a fault. However, I think gloss makes bays look so much nicer. What can I say? I am a simp for glossy bays, especially if they are Mustangs. Over here we have To the Ties That Bind Us, only he is a gold variation. He may not be a super rare variation, but I like him more than the original. He is yet another model that I wish was in better condition. Then again, I am more of a breed halter shower than I am a collectability shower, and I knew from the get-go that he was going to be a decorator model and could only be shown in collectability if I so desired to show him. In any case, he is a great show model and an asset because he is still nonetheless a variation. I adore the mold, and I love his Appaloosa-like pattern on his croup. It's a great way to pay tribute to 75 years of Breyer. Over here we have my one and only traditional sized limited edition Bellissima Sapphire. I like the mold and her shading is brilliant. I must have spent 25 minutes handpicking the best one out of 50. She is a stunner. Last but certainly not least, we have my Clarion finds. Over here is the Ideal Series Pony of the Americas. I cannot believe that I found this model for $15. Not $50, $15, as in 1-5. And he was new in box at the time. He is in almost perfect condition. He is definitely up there among my favorite Clarion finds. Right in the middle is Riderless. This model has been on my ISO list for quite a number of years, and I was super happy to find him. He is also in very good condition. The last model on this table is Zafira. This is the first Premier Club model that I ever owned. I wanted to join the Premier Club so badly the year she came out, but when I did the math, I realized that my budget would be rather tight, so I opted not to. Thankfully, however, I accidentally stumbled upon her at the Clarion. She was nearly $100 less than she cost MSRP. She even came with her COA. How cool is that? Not to mention, I saved money on shipping and taxes. Thank God for the Clarion. I cannot believe I struck such an amazing deal. Welcome to the herd, ponies. That marks the conclusion of my BreyerFest 2025 haul. Fake news. After recording my haul video, Breyer launched their BreyerFest Second Chance sale, and I bought this cute little tank top. I'm happy about that because when I walked into the BreyerFest store, it was after Friday, so almost all the small size clothes sold out. And it's based on my favorite special run models this year. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Starific content. Speaking of which, stay tuned for my BreyerFest 2025 experience video. Thank you for watching, my superstars. Always dream with your eyes open.